Hi, I'm Kyle.
Hey, I'm Craig.
Welcome to the KCMC
MC
Show! Well, welcome to the first episode of the channel, and we're just going to dive right into it. We're going to dive into a couple topics, discuss about it, and see how you guys feel about it. Feel free to leave any comments you want, and probably answer a couple questions from you. You know, so let's go.
Don't forget to check the link in the descriptions to everything we talk about, because there's a couple of cool things that we want to share with you guys. So, first things first, how do you feel about, what's your favorite hobby, Kyle?
Oh man, hobbies. Sadly, I probably got a little bit expensive hobby. I mean, like it's not like
Expensive how? Expensive, like, you're going to wind up alone in the woods at some point? Or
almost. It could cost a couple relationships.
it could get like that?
Yeah, yeah. There's just arguments can be made and lost at the same time, but that's okay.
Fair enough. So
it's about bass gear, bass amps, rack gear, and bass pedals. So anything of that realm, I'm slightly addicted to it, but that's okay. I like to have gear that's reliable. Obviously, because it's the worst feeling in the world going on the road or even playing a live show down the street at a bar and your gear freaking fails on you. Is the most bottomless stomach feeling you could ever get.
Would you say that if something were to fail for you right on stage, that you drop the bass?
No.
Blah, 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 blah,
The trick is, haha, got the good reference. The trick is, if something does fail on you on the stage, play with the band, even though you're not playing.
Right, because no one can hear the
you.
bass anyway.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Shit.
Don't hit
All
me.
right. So what's your hobby, Craig?
Well, my most favorite hobby is pretty recent, actually. I really love the craft of storytelling, and I have just recently really just got my teeth all up in that because I just think it's so interesting that, one crafter, one writer will take a story one direction, and then the next crafter will take the story in a different direction, and it's just so weird why different creators will give different motives for all of their different people inside their worlds, and but the thing that really turned me on to it, honestly, was watching the new Star Wars films, and
I'm sorry.
I mean, it turned me on to it because I was like, why am I so disappointed?
Good point.
And I wanted to get into why I felt that way.
Yeah.
And it is really such an interesting topic. You could talk about it endlessly about, the supporting cast and the, beats and, just
The
all
whole
of
architect of it all.
Yeah, the whole thing. It's just absolutely staggering. It's almost like philosophy.
Well, speaking of philosophy, if when it comes to writing, I mean, I'm going to get flagged for the hell out of this. I think my favorite kind of writing was the guys who did the Matrix trilogy.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty cool. Like, okay, we have different realities.
Yeah.
And then you gotta break through it.
Right.
Somehow, some way, and it definitely does more than just A, B, and C. It's like, yeah, to get order to that B, you have to go literally to a different dimension, and that's like, holy shit.
I know, right?
So
that was a pretty big mind bender right there,
yeah.
Especially being a kid growing up when those movies came out.
Yeah.
Talking about all the characters and everything, in a bunch of different movies and places and stuff, I gotta ask, like, what's your favorite park or national park or geological location?
Oof. Man, that's tough. And
it's a bunch of beautiful places out there in the world.
By the way, guys, we live out in Humboldt County, in California, Northern California.
Absolutely gorgeous up here.
So,
Green year round.
There's this park in particular. It's called Patrick's Point. It's one of my it is my favorite park. I mean, as far as I've been to, and
I don't know what makes it your favorite.
well, you got beaches, cliffs.
Yeah.
You could climb. You could camp. Uh, I mean, there's a lot you could do with that. Okay, honestly, you can't fish, but I mean, whatever.
I mean, like as long as you don't get caught.
No, it's a
Because the
state
fish
park.
don't want to get caught.
It's a state park, and I always had a good time. It's little warning though. It is the trails. They're steep. There ain't no joke.
Oh yeah, some of them can be like.
You're like
Oh.
you're like climbing the stairs. Up
Yeah.
to the face of the hill when you're trying to get out of the beach area. So
Right.
you know,
Right.
super fun. How about you? What's your favorite park?
Oh man, there's so many. I gotta tell you, my favorite park in the world is probably the park I visited when I was out on my extended bachelor party with my good friend Scott. He took me to a place called Crater Lake up in Oregon.
Oh, I'm jealous.
And about 12 feet
Man.
of snow had just fallen when we arrived there.
Oh, okay. I'm not jealous about that though.
Okay. I know, right? It was pretty cold. It was cold. There's no denying that. But we had a plan. And the plan
Okay.
was to snow camp.
Ah, man.
Oh, yeah. You know you love that snow camp. You know what I'm saying? But so we get up there, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, man, I don't even know if the road's going to be open. But no, the freaking plow truck drivers, they work year-round up there. Keep that sucker as clear as they can.
Wow.
So we get up there.
Oregon has money.
I go up there. I know. We get up there, talk to the ranger, and the ranger goes, hey, guess what? You cannot camp in the caldera. And I was like, caldera what? I didn't know what a caldera was at that time. So apparently you cannot camp on the inside brim where you could actually look at the lake as you fall asleep at night, which I felt kind of sad about. But I understand they don't want garbage getting in there or, people's food.
You can't get a permit and just sleep inside the area? That's prohibited.
You have to be on the outside slope of the caldera.
I guess you know why? So people won't roll over and drown while they're sleeping.
There's that too, potentially.
Because it is a clean slate, like down in it.
But if you guys are anywhere on the western seaboard and you are here any time of year, you need to go see Crater Lake. It is better than Hollywood.
Wow.
Yeah, man, beautiful places out there in the world. And, there's some things, though, that you just have to experience through other people. And one of the ways to do that is through this wonderful thing called YouTube. But so what's your favorite YouTube channel?
I got a lot, and I think the one I always go back over the years is a guy named Dave, and he has this channel called Dave Worlds of Fun Stuff. We'll put a link in the description down below for it because it is that awesome. It's a guy, Dave is a guy that repairs guitars and basses and just goes through all the screw-ups that you could see previously from other people's work and try and correct it. And man, it can be like a real roller coaster ride. I mean, some of the stuff is like that he shows up. It's like, why?
It's like
why
stuff
would you?
was
No, why would you want to torture yourself with that? Just burn it. Buy another guitar. Don't even. Like I understand sentimental value from the customer, but dude, some of that stuff I've seen on a couple episodes, I would have called the guy like, yeah, I sold it. I bought you another one.
It's like, I'm helping you, bro.
Yeah, there's
Looks like MacGyver got a hold of the back of this and fixed it with bubble gum
man.
wrappers, twine, and
Dude.
maybe an old
There was-
paper straw.
There was one particular episode that he actually phone called a guy like talk about some Rickenbacker. It was just like it was a copy Rickenbacker, which he already knew about.
Oh, fuck.
But man, why everything was like atrocious. He's like, I don't know what to do with it. And the customer's like, I don't care, just make it work. He's like, okay. But
Just
anyways,
write the check.
what's your favorite YouTube channel, Craig?
Man, my favorite YouTube channel. I got a lot of them. But if I had to pick one right now, it's called The Critical Drinker. He's an Irishman. Or, no, excuse me, I misspoke. He is a Scotsman living in, Scotland. He drinks a lot. And he
Okay,
opens
typical.
every film or every little video he starts.
Yeah.
He always, starts it with like, as I woke up this morning off my bathroom floor in the stoop of my own puke, it made me wonder, why is this so messed up? And then he'll like go into, whatever his thing. He kind of stupors through, a critique of something. And it's so funny because some episodes he'll come at it and he'll just say something totally tongue-in-cheek like, that movie, Dollhouse or Barbie House from like 2003 that all the little girls used to watch. That film is absolutely majestic. And he'll just go on about how amazing certain scenes are and other things are just totally perfect and why it was looked over or how it couldn't have possibly been looked over. But then it's just sarcasm. It's just a big backhand. It's just like, but it's done in the most polite. You could never suspect
Wait,
it.
Scottish who's polite?
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
I don't know.
Check it out.
Sure.
Prove me wrong. Look at it in the description down below. It's absolutely fantastic.
All right.
Man, that was a great episode. A great first episode, guys.
Yeah, hopefully we keep it going and try to post as much as we can. Like and subscribe.
Leave a comment down below.
All right. All the clickable links down in the description for all the stuff that we've just been talking about. And remember, I'm Kyle.
Hey-o, I'm Craig.
This is the KCMC
MC
Show.
See ya.